This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, Charles Barkley reportedly signs a $200 million deal with TNT for 10 years. Well deserved, buddy. Very entertaining. Him and Shaq are like probably the two most entertaining people on TV talking sports right now. Love them. And congrats. Well deserved. Okay. DJ Khaled shows him he thinks eating almond milk with his Cinnamon Toast Crunch makes it healthy. Any cereal is like pure sugar in your body. It's like a dessert. You might as well have a bowl of ice cream while you're at it. This is him greedily eating some Cinnamon Toast Crunch as he owes me $2,500. Then we got this teacher, 31, smashing a 17-year-old student 8 times. She begged him not to report her, and he still did like a coward. You know you enjoyed that. Very wrong of her, very sick of her, but truly a fantasy of mine when I was a child. I can't lie, okay? When I was 17, I wanted an older woman so bad. 16 too, even 13. I wanted to know, and you know what? Remember AOL? Used to like do the chat rooms. I used to have those chat rooms like 13 male for older female. I was a sick kid, but this is not right. Okay, yeah. As you get older, you're like, what? How is she gonna relate to a 17-year-old? How is Diddy gonna relate to the City Girls girl? You know, like age gaps. Shows me. I mean, I guess Diddy's just was, he just wants to be with a younger girl, right? Which is fine, right? But his kid is that age. That's another thing that makes it creepy. Dating anybody under 21 is like really creepy to me. I would never go under 30, to be honest with you, because like girls in their 20s, they're like really immature. Why would you want to be with someone so immature? Why would this woman want to be with a guy that's like super immature? He's 17. He has nothing, but something wrong with these people sometimes. I mean, I'm not with everybody, but some of them. He's still a coward, though. Little baby says he'd never paid $16K to have relations with that explicit star. Before I get into that, she went off in 2020. She was like, I'm legit about to talk about the night I had. I'm at home 6K richer. So it wasn't 16K, it was 6K. In full of 1942. Not dropping no names. But Jada not leaving this man ever. The best I've ever had. So little baby puts it down, I guess. Okay. What's the point of paying if you do all that? Oh, so he must have paid something. Then he said, I'm never gonna get it again. My publicist has confirmed. Oh, like it was lined up. Damn. I'm wrong for giving her the inch for sure, but I'll never pay $16K. So it turned into $16K when he tweeted it out. Interesting. YK Osiris says he was just being emotional because nobody shows emotions and he's making it okay. Dude, YK Osiris is annoying. That's all I could say. He was he was crying on live yesterday about like Drake and Little Baby don't mess with him no more. Now he's like, I was just doing that, because like, I was just showing people. It's like, come on, YK Osiris, stop. N.O.R.E's trying his hardest not to get canceled. He's on an apology tour this morning, doing interviews with every person he can, saying how sorry he is about the Kanye interview. When it's like, dude, you did the interview and there's nothing wrong with doing the interview, right? The fact that you didn't defend anything or he didn't co-sign anything Kanye said. So he's just trying to not get canceled at this point. Because honestly, it's not his fault. People are triggered by the way Kanye feels, and they should be, because Kanye, and don't forget, Kanye donated to George Floyd's family and everything, right? So he feels differently inside. He's doing this for attention. His actions speak differently because he did march. He did donate to the George Floyd's child, right? So this is, and it's hurtful, not to me, but to other people. Am I hurt by it? I'm confused by it because evidence speaks differently. Yes, that knee did take him out. It did. People try to, I don't know why people try to excuse it on something else. What people are really mad about is the riots that happened afterwards and destroyed cities. Understandably, there was peaceful protests, and then there was people that took advantage of people peaceful protesting and turned it into a shopping spree. Okay? Peaceful protesting was necessary to bring light on the mistreatment of certain people when they get arrested. Some people lose their lives, and that's unacceptable. Okay? Unless you're pointing a weapon or something at somebody, you should be able to get arrested and go to jail and have your time in court. Not make it to court. Only if you have a weapon and you're threatening the officer. That's the only time, I should say. And like we've seen many times where like the guy up in Buffalo, he should have been taken out. This guy was taking people out actively in a grocery store. He should have been taken out, but he was arrested peacefully. I mean, nah. People like that need to, Evil is evil. George Floyd was not evil. He made a mistake. Should have been arrested. Saw his day in court. He would have been out the next day. I mean, it wasn't even a big thing. It was like a fake bill, but was it a fake bill? Someone just who makes fake 20s? Never seen that. I don't think it was a fake bill. I think they just assumed it was. I don't know. Horrible, man. Horrible. So yeah, N.O.R.E. should have just said, hey, I should have reacted faster, and I don't agree with anything you said. I mean, this apology tour is going... See, the only thing that makes this weird is that N.O.R.E. was so confident at the beginning of the weekend. He saw the interview. He lived the interview. And he decided to only release part of it. Now the full thing's out. But he decided to release part of it to hopefully get more views out of it, right? Like they did in the first one. And he was so I did more views than the Super Bowl. I did more views than this. And guess what? 48 hours later, he's apologizing because it backfired. He was hoping he could get away with it. If you would release the whole thing, people would have saw you challenge him on those topics. But it was too late. People were already triggered. I would have even started the interview off with a clip of me challenging those because, he wanted to let Kanye speak, get his stuff off, and then come back and get into it, right? I would have started the clip off with the challenging because N.O.R.E. did challenge him. We'll give him that, okay? Black Boy JB says Kanye is not for the people. Kanye is using people's reactions. Okay, then we got Glorilla. This is one of the main things. So, the head of the entertainment group she was signed to, I forget the name of it, says, let me address this from the business side because I see a lot of confusion. At the end of the day, Anthony Holmes did great business. He gave up 50% of the masters and 50% of the publishing for FNF directly to Glow. We actually did everything to protect Glow from the industry and herself. Honestly, Glow independently collects money off FNF. It's all hers. She just doesn't own the song and never will. We actually saved her from losing millions. And Glow was able to get a deal without having to sell her independent record. FNF was created to help all the girls, not for CMG. Just like Tony doesn't own Tomorrow or Bless Glow doesn't own FNF since Hit Kid put the song out, which has always been the plan. Glow and Hit Kid get 50% split evenly of all the money brought in on FNF. Unfortunately, CMG froze all the money, even Glow money, in their latest claim to us. It's funny that Yo Gotti's doing that because he faced a problem with me in 2011. It was a song that he had called 28 Bars, and we filmed a video to it. Unbeknownst to him or me, the producer hadn't given Yo Gotti the rights to the song because Yo Gotti obtained the beat from somebody else. Then there was this big lawsuit, and Gotti had to settle out of court for like 28 grand. I was named in it because I did the video, but I had nothing to do with it. And Gotti just, settled it because he was doing a deal at the time, so he had to settle the deal, settle the whole thing. Now, for him to do this with the Glow thing, this was a song that happened prior to him, and he's trying to bully them, I guess, into selling it to him. I don't know. If she hasn't seen her money, tell her to ask the label about it, since she sold her masters and publishing to them. Glow won't see a dime until her advance paid back. That was her choice. So honestly, the money should just be rerouted to CMG. I get what Gotti's doing now. Okay, now that I read the last part. Rerouted to CMG so that her half should go to Gotti, because he did give her $250 as an advance, so he wants to recoup that money. He should be able to recoup the money pretty quickly. Luckily, Hit Kid still owns the song. That's good. So she's really like, shouldn't be beefing with him on that. Like, this was probably going to happen all along, just so, if the courts will hold it up for a minute, then it'll be 50% will go to Gotti. They just have to change how everything's done, and they'll probably settle out of court on that. And it's over. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.